right, ladies and gents, you know what time it is. And it's game time. Hold on, I gotta send all the stuff in Infinity Sports. Okay, hold on. I forgot my mic was there, but either way though, this should be an interesting game, I will say, by all means. Hold on. Sorry, oh, so I forgot my mic was muted the whole time. But either way though, did we ever make return to O-line DE? Right now I'm just been kind of sticking to streaming at the moment. Maybe I will in the future, but I'm just focusing on getting these streams out there and just making sure the game grows, or the competitive scene grows. I probably won't be playing until I feel it's in a good enough state. But either way, though, Jalen GB, though, going to be the quarterback for the Steelers. Again, this is where things can get very interesting. Breezy going to get the check down on the left side. Not going to get super far with it, though. Only about a gain of 2. from the looks of it. Sorry. That pass is nearly picked off by TGNM, though. Jalen just going to run it again. However, he doesn't get enough yardage to not force a punt. So it will be a 3-and-out for Pittsburgh. So they're not able to capitalize on a huge turnover by Loom. However, they will put the Patriots in a very uncomfortable situation on offense. Just inside their own 5-yard line. I mean, if you're Locke, you definitely don't like that. Definitely not the most ideal field positioning, but Void is going to try to see if he can make it work. And he most certainly can. He's going to get a good bit of yardage on that play. He was able to find a way to avoid any hit sticks from the Steelers team. And here we go. This is where Locke makes this a lot more interesting. And it's going to be caught by Nogster. Ooh, sorry. And right now things are looking pretty incredible for all of these teams. But let's see if we can keep it up. We got Locke. We're looking for the midfold again. Gonna find TGNM. Again, a very popular favorite player around the league. Everyone's kind of just knowing his name at this point. But either way, V2 Void going to get a hit sticked there, but not before he gets almost to the first down. And oh, they're going to hand it off to Void again. A couple try to hit stick him, but they all missed. That's going to be an easy first down again. Right now, Pittsburgh has just not done a very good job contesting Void on those handoffs. But it seems they won't go for it again here. And here we go. Steelers are having unloading quite a bit of pressure onto Locke here. And unfortunately, he's going to be back to ball away, and he's just going to have to throw it somewhere. Can he find anyone? Well, he does find someone. However, it's a defensive player from the Steelers, 84-14. And just like that, it's going to be a turnover. And here we go. This is where things could turn around for the Steelers here. Again, what they kind of need is just a bit of help. Jalen gonna find a split down the middle. Again, very good. Oh my goodness, that was a really good throw. Right to Jack. I mean, again, Jalen GB with just very good situational awareness. Not only with the throw, but just how he moves around the Patriots defensive ends. There ain't many that I've seen moves like that like Jalen has. Either way, though, Jalen just gonna keep playing how he usually does. And here we go, Jalen GB looking for the right fold. Almost gets a Patriots defender there, but 84-14 gonna find a way to get it. And here we go. This is where the Steelers can find a way to get an open lead here. If they don't make any mistakes, he has an open lane though. Will he take it in? No, he will not. It will just be a couple yards short. Oh, and it seems that there is a force. Oh, it seems that it was an 8v7. There is no rule where you have to announce it, so it seems that the Steelers got away with a run. But either way, I don't know if it really matters because it's going to end up being a touchdown to Jack anyways with a pass. Whether this touchdown will stand though is, it looks like it might end up being a stand for now. I guess Steelers will end up getting a warning on that one. I'm gonna look at chat for a bit now. Okay, nothing really new, surprisingly. But either way, though, let's see how interesting things can get, though. Now it's gonna be start of the second quarter. Man, this game has kind of moved on pretty fast. I'll admit to that. I don't really know why, but I guess I can't complain too much. But either way, it's going to be caught by TGNM. All around the around for a hitch. I mean, that's going to be pretty decent gain, but let's see if they can still keep up the momentum. Gonna find TG. Oh, there's another TGNM? Oh, no. Yeah, apparently there's two TGNMs in this game. I don't know why. I don't know which one's the real one, but hey, we're going to be... I guess there's going to be a lot of TGNMs being called out today in one way or another. Oh, wait, do Steelers have... Okay, no, I was just seeing things. Steelers do end up having 7. I thought the Steelers had 7 for a moment, but nope, they're good. They have 8 still. But either way, though, it's going to be to Tay. Oh, Tay dodges one defender. Not going to dodge a second one, though. He ended up overthinking it, and he ended up kind of getting tackled for it sooner than he probably should have. But either way, though, let's see if Locke can just find a way to get something going. It looks like he's gonna... Oh, we're gonna find a catch to TGNM. The other one, not gonna get super far with it, but very impressive catch, though. Surprised he even had both feet in bounds on that one. But either way, they're gonna be to Nogster. Not gonna get quite the first down, though, but will be very, very, very close. And now TGNM going to get the dive, but will they get it? I don't think they will. No, they're going to be short. Still 4th and inches. Will they hand it off to... Will they hand it off again? No, they will not. But they're going to give it to Nogster. And just like that, Steelers took the bait. And it ends up getting a touchdown scored on them. Thanks to Nogster with that out route. Very beautiful mind games from this Patriots offense, just able to completely fool the Steelers defense, thinking they were going to run it on a 4th and inches. I mean, 2-point conversions don't count unless it's the 4th quarter, so nothing really matters here. Here we go, Jalen GB. Going to be the one to return it here. Again, not going to get very far with it. Only going to get our two around the 23-yard line. So, around the touchback area. No, not quite. Let's see what Jalen can do here. Patriots only going to be rushing 1 for now because of the 7v8. However, their main caveat is that they can't run with the football. But I don't really think they need to with a man wide open like that to Breezy. And here we go, Jalen. I mean, let's see what they can do here. And it's going to be caught by Jack. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite get inside of the end zone for the touchdown. And just like that, that's just going to potentially have a wasted opportunity at a touchdown for Jack again. But I still like the Steelers' chances of scoring here nonetheless. Let's see if they will get it. Yes, they're going to find Silver for it. So they end up scoring it anyway, regardless. So no harm, no foul at the moment. And this is where things could get very interesting for the Steelers, because right now they have the advantage. There's 4 of you. Yeah, there is 4 of you. Which one's the real you? It's like the freaking, it's like the Xavier show, you know, where it's like you're the un-me, I'm the real me, you wanna be me? You like me to be you, wouldn't me? When it's too late. Oh man, that show is really good when if you're high, but either way, gonna be overthrowing the pass to TGNM, I believe. That could have been someone else though. Oh, Locke was trying to throw to a Noxter on the walk, but just gonna get deflected by the defensive end. That was very lucky. Because that could have been an interception. But here we go. Let's see what Locke can do here. Gonna try to find TGNM on the streak and gonna easily find it with a really tight throw from Locke. But either way, let's see if we can find. Let's see if Locke can find another one here. He's gonna be looking around. Not being a little picky here, but is going to end up finding Tay on the right fold. Only for about a gain of 8 or 7 or 8. But here we go, Locke. Again, just trying to look around. Going to find Noxter on the fold. And easily going to get the first down. And just like that, we have a first and goal already, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. This is where things could be turning, or this is where the tides could be turning here. If you are Locke, but right now, maybe not this play because they are backed up a lot here. And Locke just gonna be forced to throw it out of bounds. It will not be grounding since there was a receiver in the area. So it shouldn't be called intentional grounding. But let's see if Locke can find a way to get a touchdown here. They are at a man disadvantage. So it will be a bit trickier just for them on offense, but it is more than doable if they can find a way to execute. I don't know if I want to catch that. Never mind. Okay, Tay is a wizard. I don't have any words for how in the world that he caught that. But I didn't delete that message. What? Who do you want to win? That makes someone a moderator on YouTube? What? It must have been like maybe like Nightbot or something. I don't know. Who do you want to win? I don't really know. I mean, I'm not really picky with either of these teams, so I'm okay with either one winning. I don't really care. And that's kind of the reason why I don't really play either, because I think it's more fun to stream and commentate games when you're more impartial, where you don't really care who wins as much. Because I mean, if I was on like the Patriots or the Steelers, I mean, yeah, it'd be a lot, or someone who wants either one to win or lose, I mean, it'd be a lot more biased, but I don't know, I get a lot of enjoyment out of it because I think it connects with a lot of people who may not be playing in CFL or may not really care who wins. I think it just makes it more enjoyable. But either way, though, Silver going to get 15 yards on that play. And right now, things are looking pretty dicey for this Patriots defense. Again, they are at a man disadvantage, so it's going to be a little bit rough on them defensively because of it, especially on the pressure, but it doesn't matter. When you have TGNM, I guess you can overcome anything. I don't know if that was the real one though, because there's like 4 of them at this point, but I'm assuming yes, because I think I know that Roblox avatar from anywhere. I mean, either way, the Locke just gonna take it off and run. I mean, oh no, that's a fumble. That nearly could have went badly there. Yeah, that was kind of karma for hiking so quickly, but either way though, with 40 seconds in the second quarter, Noxter going to get the out route on that play. I mean, again, they got a lot of ground to cover though, especially in the span of about 30 seconds. Again, they can't take too long here because they do want to get some yardage. And oh, I was looking for, that was a really good pass to Tay though, but unfortunately it just ended up being popped. Again, very good defense from the Steelers team, just not giving anything up for free like that. And now it's going to be 4th and 5. This could be very huge for the Steelers if they are able to stop them here. Unfortunately, they do not. TGNM just going to find a way to get it on the out route. And now Locke does have a choice. They're more than free to go for a bit more extra yards if they so wish to. And they're going to find TGNM. And it looks like this will be the final play of the half. And here we go. It looks like it's going to be a toss-up. Steelers only going to rush one. So just going to give Locke plenty of time to throw this one deep in the end zone. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. It ends up being a bit short to ST Breezy with the interception. And that's going to be halftime. So again, Patriots will have the lead at the moment starting the second half, but only by 1 point. Sorry, I was getting a drink. Did you used to play? Yeah. Not originally with Football Legends. I played like leagues like way back. Oh, sorry, I had a frog in my throat. But I played leagues like way back. It was like around FBU days, Football Universe. It's okay if you don't know what that is, but it was one of the older games around, a little bit past Legendary Football's time, but before Football Fusion. It was around that. It was around that time, where like the beginning of Football Fusion. It was like in between, I guess, would be a better word. And then I sort of like, I've kind of been in and out with the scene, but I've always kind of kept an eye on it in one way or another. Until I just became more and more invested with UF, and I didn't really like how the game direction was going in terms of competitive, so I just kind of quit and then went to FF for a little bit, and then I didn't really care about that either, so I kind of went to Football Legends to see if they can improve their competitive scene any. And I mean, so far they're in a good direction. It's not perfect, but I'm liking it. What position did you play? So back then I used to play running back because even though it wasn't really ever good, it wasn't ever competitively viable, and it still really isn't. Football Legends is finding a way to make it competitively viable though, which does make me a little happy, even if it's like pretty niche now. But back then, running back wasn't really a position at all, and like every Roblox football game, like back then, just refused to buff it for whatever reason. And I don't really understand why to this day, but like it just feels like they would rather, like especially like FBU and NFL UF, like it feels like they'd rather just like eat like 5 bricks. Like they'd rather like eat 5, I don't know, like 5 gallons of cement than buff running back for whatever reason. Then they're just like, nah, let's just buff quarterback like 15 times, but I digress. Running back used to be my main position until I sort of like moved to O-line and tight end, because running back just wasn't competitively viable back then in those games. What did you play in FL? In Football Legends, I played mostly O-line and defensive line. I was kind of one of those. I sometimes play tight end, but I usually mostly play tight end, but I'm starting to get better at offensive line though. Fun fact, I ended up using a fight stick too. So I found that really funny. Were you good? I mean, we were we were like Final Four technically in season 3, so technically, yeah. I mean, I don't think we were as good of a team even I don't think we were as good of a team as, you know, our our results were. I feel like we definitely weren't Final Four material at all, but I feel like I'm okay with what we did though. Even if it ended up just falling flat on our face execution wise, but they always told me like I was one of the better players though, so I guess in terms of like me, myself, and I guess I was pretty good. But either way, though, let's concentrate the game, though. Locke, looking for Tay, gonna dodge one defender somehow. Just no clips right past him and just gonna get another touchdown. Tay just completely going nuts. I got 3 O-line. I'm assuming that's tight ends. I mean, hey, I like the variety. WRU kid? I don't know. I mean, double blocking is illegal, so you can't have more than one O-line, but hey. I don't know, maybe thought you were a LARP might be O-line of the year. Hey, I respect it. I always respect the support players. O-line is pretty much typically, technically, the support player, and they get no love either. I feel so bad for them too. Although at least their position is actually competitively viable and not really that niche. So I guess they still serve a purpose at the end of the day, even if they're not appreciated at all. But Emerald just getting a touchdown on that toss. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I just was completely off subject. And there you go. Emerald just finding a way to win the coin flip. I mean, I don't know if I really call that a coin flip. That Patriots defender wasn't really in a good position at all. Why do the Steelers have 6 players now? I have a lot of questions at the moment. Why do Steelers have 6? Yeah, why do they have the 6 all of a sudden? Oh. Okay, this is now that's interesting. So apparently there's reported to be alts on the Steelers. Interesting, interesting. I don't really know if that will change a whole lot, but I have no words. Oh, and sorry, I was a little distracted. Emerald gonna get a touchdown for Pittsburgh, and right now, Pittsburgh just absolutely going nuts right now. I said right now twice. I mean, I'm already in the league technically. I'm not on a team though, nor am I playing, but I'm in the league technically, so. Yeah, but either way though, at some point maybe, but not now. I'm just focused on improving the competitive scene if I can. But that's besides the point. So far, the Steelers are making pretty good work of this Patriots team. Somehow, some way. I will say it is very impressive with what the Steelers team is doing. And here we go, Locke. Gonna have a lot of room to throw it. Given there's just so little pressure. Unfortunately, just gonna overthrow that pass. Or anything remotely eventful happens. Just a little bit unfortunate, but either way, gonna give it to Nogster. I'm gonna gain about 6 on that play before finally going down. And will end up being about 6 or 7. And now here comes the fourth quarter. Locke, hopefully with a chance to possibly make this a game. And here we go, Nogster going to get it around the corner, or the out. On that side, but let's see if they can find it. And here we go, here comes Locke. What will he do here? Everyone's covered except for Tay. Unfortunately, Tay's not going to dodge the defender this time. Will end up being a clean tackle for about 6 yards. But let's see if Locke can find anything else here. Steelers playing really good defense so far at the moment. Can Locke find anyone though? Locke just trying to move around the defensive line of the Steelers. And again, Steelers just need to find, or Locke just needs to find anyone. And he's going to get backed up quite significantly here. Locke having a hard time shaking them. And that might have been a bad catch from Nogster because that's going to give them so much yard loss. And here we go, Locke. On a 4th down and 23. He's just going to toss it up, but will it be enough? Yes, it will. Tay. Oh my goodness, man. That is crazy to blow the defense like that. And TTGNM going to get a touchdown. Finally in the running back position. So far, this has been a very solid performance by both teams, both offense and defense. But, I mean, again, this is all going to come down to who can make it, though. Locke, here we go with a 2-point conversion. What will they do here? Locke getting back to quite significantly. Will they get it though? No, they will not. And it looks like it will be an onside kick from the Patriots. But will they be able to get it is the question. And the kick is recovered by the Patriots. Nogster gonna find a way to get it, and just like that, Patriots have a huge opportunity to take the lead off of that onside kick. And here we go, TGNM. Going to get about 6 yards on that play. There we go. Let's see what Locke can do here. Gonna try to find the full to Nogster. Nogster gonna get tackled almost immediately after saying that. So far, this is where so far this has just been incredibly good from the Patriots so far, but let's see if they can keep going. Locke Gonna be back to quite a bit though. Has to find someone wide open. It's gonna find TGNM. Again, not gonna find very far, but I mean, I don't know how many TGNMs I'm gonna be able to say in one go, but we can certainly try. Here we go, Lock. Getting backed up again. I'm gonna find TGNM. Another one. And now it's a 3rd and 11. Again, it's just Fox is having a bit of a hard time finding anyone wide open immediately. But I think he might find someone wide open in the middle, and it's gonna find Noxter. I don't know if he was entirely aiming for him. But either way though, Noxter gonna come with a huge touchdown that will extend the Patriots their lead. And apparently since an alt account has scored on the Steelers, it seems that the touchdown will be taken away. However, this could turn out to be helpful for the Steelers because the Steelers can also come back as well here in this situation. I mean, again, as long as they can score a touchdown here, they have the option to go for a 4th and 25 to try potentially come back. So again, I would not count the Steelers out whatsoever here. Although it will make it a little bit less easier. Here we go. Jalen gonna pass it deep, looking for ST Breezy. And just like that, that was a deep route and a half. And just like that, no New England defender just nearby. And it looks like the Steelers will be going for it on a 4th and 25. But I'll explain more clearly on what that is after this 2-point conversion attempt. Well, the answer is going to be no on that one. Well, either way, though, it will be a 4th and 25. Yeah, they called the 4th before. I'm sure they're going to make an exception to it. But either way, though, Jalen looking on a 4th and 25 again. Jalen cannot have an O-line or tight end, but looks like he's going to try to throw it to Emerald, and he's going to find it. And he's going to easily find a 1st down and more on that play. And here we go, Jalen with a prime opportunity to try and come back here. Going to find RTC on the check down. Going to easily get 16 yards there. And here we go. It's a 1st and goal for Pittsburgh. But can they find someone in the end zone? That will be the true test for this Pittsburgh offense. And they're going to try to find Tay. Oh no, it wasn't Tay. It was 84-14. And just like that, here we go. Now Pittsburgh has the lead at the moment. So now all it will take Okay, this is now getting really confusing. All right, here we go. Lock. The ample opportunity here. Again, one turnover can cost either one of them the game. If this keeps up and and here we go. With about 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. Can the Patriots find a way to score here without giving Pittsburgh too much time? That will be the real question. And here we go, Lock. Let's see what he can do here. Does he have the clutch gene? Okay, TGNM gonna find the fold on the middle. And now with 40 seconds left for New England, going to give it to TGNM. Another one, and it's gonna be a 4-yard gain on that play. And here we go. It's just gonna get more and more intense here with 30 seconds left. What will Lock be able to do here? They don't have a lot to really pass to, but they are going to find TGNM on the right side. Again, not going to find very much of it, though. That did waste a lot of time for New England. And now with about 15 seconds left, again, time is running very thin. If you're Lock right now, you're going to throw it somewhere. It looks like he's finding Tay. Tay just going to get popped before he can even dive in the end zone, and this could potentially be the final play of the game. Unless Lock can maybe throw it quick enough. It looks like he's trying to throw it deep. Okay, it was intercepted by Silver, but since he didn't get both feet inbounds, it will be incomplete. And now with 3 seconds left, Patriots with a chance. With one last chance to hopefully score here. What will Lock consider doing? And here we go, Lock. What will he do? He's going to try to throw it on the right side, but it's going to be overthrown. And just like that, tragically, Pittsburgh going to win the game. Man, that is a horrible way to go out if you're the Patriots. Man, that was unbelievable. So the context, Celio, apparently they had alts initially that game. So I guess they taken points off because of that, because an alt scored for them. So that's why they took 7 points off. I'm assuming that's what happened, or judging by what I was reading the chat. But yeah, very good games though, nonetheless. Both teams played very, very well, all things considered. Both offense and defense, but Steelers are going to be just the one to move on and probably face a really tough team along with it. Again, it was just a really good game, though, from both sides. Again, I can't really complain a whole lot about that. Let's see. So Dolphins won, Eagles and Raiders, and now the Steelers. So since Steelers are 7th seed, they're very likely to either face the Eagles or the 49ers, I'm thinking, because they're the 7th seed. And then, since Miami won, I believe, it's all going to come down depending on who wins between the Titans and the Chargers. So if the Titans win, they're going to end up having to face the Texans. But if the Chargers do find a way to win and beat the Titans, somehow, some way, they're going to end up facing the 49ers, it seems. So as far as the Steelers are concerned, they're going to be either facing the 49ers or the Eagles in the quarterfinals, right? Is this quarterfinals? Or is this like top 8? But either way, gonna be in the top 8. Sorry, I was like thinking a lot for a moment, and then I was like, oh. But yeah, though, again, I can't deny how good that game was. Again, one of those few games that I kind of just knew where it was going to be very close down to the end. But again, just Steelers just getting the upper hand of that game, which is very disappointing because I thought the Patriots were always a team that was better than their record showed, but I guess some things are not meant to be. But yep, indeed, Tyrone, at least they tried. I can't say they didn't try. But either way, though, I mean, I might be able to stream the midnight game between the Titans and Chargers if y'all are able to tune in for that. I mean, I won't blame you if you don't, because it's going to be like at midnight, and there might not even be a game playing because it was a forced game time. So I don't know if the Chargers or the Titans will show up for it, but I don't know. I guess I'll send you notifications. So make sure to sub and see. Maybe get a notification in case you do, and if you do feel like staying until midnight or around midnight, so it'll be something. But either way, though, it was a great watch, though. I mean, again, that's what we like to. I like competitive games like that, so I'm not complaining. But either way, though, thanks for guys for watching, though. It was really great, really fun, and I will see you guys later. Either with the top 8 or with streaming the Titans and Chargers game. We'll see. Either way, see you guys next time. Goodbye.